my apologies for missing yesterday's video. I didn't get to upload. My schedule has changed somewhat, so I will be posting during the day. I'm going to be trying to post between 10 and 11 a.m. in case anybody is looking for me daily, okay? But we get to have not morning coffee, but we get to have morning tea because I stopped drinking coffee about 3 months ago. 3-4 months ago, and the tea is excellent and it's good for you. So nonetheless, this is a Libra reading, and let's go Libra, let's go. Let's see what Spirit would like to tell us today. And this is going to be good until, I want to say Friday. I'll still be doing a weekend upload, guys. I just have to switch around during the day, the weekdays, in order to get you guys your readings, okay? Let's go. All right. Oh my gosh. Okay, the first card out is the Page. Okay, Page of Pentacles. So, ooh, somebody's going through it financially. Someone is hurting financially. This could be you. This could be the person you're watching for. This is a Libra air sign reading, but that doesn't mean you have to be an air sign in order for this to be your reading. If you feel like you connect to this reading, it's your reading. Somebody's going through it. Somebody has lost financially. That's the Three of Swords with the Ten of Swords. You can't get any worse than that. So be very careful that people don't come in trying to ask you for favors, Two of Wands, because I feel like somebody is hurting financially, big time. Page of Swords, somebody's spying on you, possibly on your finances to see if you're doing well. Wants to give you some kind of information, want to come in and talk. Let's see where this is leading. They're asking you to be the Hierophant. I'm sorry. Why did I say the Hierophant? The Hermit. They're asking for you to be the Hermit. That means to me that what they're telling me to tell you to do is behave in a wise way. Do not just give people finances that are yours just because they ask. Look at that. They think you're high on the hog. They think you're making it to the point to where, hi Liam, to the point to where you're not hurting. And that could be necessarily true. It could be very true that you're not hurting financially right now, but that's not their money. That's your money. Coming and going of a situation, and you might have also walked away from this person in the past, possibly the recent past. This person looks like they're trying to walk away from whatever it is they're involved in right now, but they haven't made up their mind, as you can see with the Two of Coins. This is what I hear from them. What does my future look like? What lies ahead? I don't know. I want this new beginning. I want to embark into a new beginning, but I don't know what it's going to be like. Hi, Brian. Is it I'm sorry, Nitu? I think that's what it says. Ah, the Queen of Coins. Is that you, Libra? Let's take a look. Yes, it is you. You're about to get a little bit more money in your pocket. So again, be very, very careful that somebody doesn't want to come around and either ask you for a loan or tell you a sobbing story about how bad they're doing, because they might just want to take your money. Hi, Elton. How are you doing? You're doing really well, and people like you. People like you, Libra. This is a Four of Wands. So again, with that money that's coming in towards you, it might be a financial gain via work, etc. Hi. But you could be earning more money, gaining more money, but do not give it away. I was trying to say two words at the same time because they're telling me this money is for you. It's not for you to give away. It's not for people to come and take from you. Be very careful with that, okay? You have the Page of Wands, again with information. Oh, I need to talk to Libra. There's the Hierophant. See, I was saying the Hierophant for a reason. He came out. They're going to tell you they want a new beginning. They're going to tell you, and slow down, Spirit. They're going to tell you they want a new beginning with you, that they need to be in a relationship with you. Be very careful with that, guys. Thank you so much for your kind words. You don't need to be giving money away. And that's what would happen. Look at that. So you could get into a relationship with someone sweet talking you, telling you sweet nothings, telling you things they think you want to hear in order for them to be stable. Does that make sense? because this is what's on their mind. I don't see cups here yet. I only see money. Be very, very careful that somebody doesn't want to be near you just for your money, Libra. Here's the cups, but where is this cup leading to? Let's take a look to everyone. And by the way, wherever you're watching from, thank you so much for spending time with me. Page of Cups. See? So again, wanting to talk to you first about money, then bringing in the cups. I don't think it should work like that, Libra. I think they should bring in the cups first and then talk about financial discussions, okay? Oh, wow. We have a Queen of Wands who is feeling a little bit tried and tested here with the Eight of Swords. Wonder why? Because there's been a lot of lies here. Lots and lots of lies. Oof. I don't want to be her. There's choices that need to be made. I'm trying to cover their little goodies. There's choices that need to be made. This Queen of Wands is saying, it's probably the karmic, because they're feeling like a King of Coins is coming in and always fighting with them, threatening to leave. They might be. And they're trying to have patience with this King of Coins. So it looks like, if nothing else, both the cross watcher, for those that don't know what a cross watcher is, that's the person on your mind that you may or may not be in contact with, little to no contact, and whoever they're with at present, which is their karmic, okay? They're fighting about money. Now does it start to make sense, Libra? Their monies are moving really, really slow, and I'm getting two distinct messages here. On the one hand, she feels like if she's patient enough with this King of Coins, her monies will get back up. In other words, her monies will grow again, her monies will come back. He's thinking if he gets close to you, Libra, and I do feel it's a he energy, that his finances will start to improve, because right now they've slowed down quite a bit. Judgment has fallen on these two people, and they don't even realize it. They're going through a really, really hard time, Libra, and it might have been for something they did to you. Be very careful, okay? Here we have the Four of Wands. That is someone that is living well, someone that's happy, everything's going right in their world. See the Sun? Having a wonderful life, filled with happy times. The Ten of Cups. You couldn't get better cards. You just couldn't. That's what they're wanting to offer you. Why? I don't know yet, but it's coming in pretty fast with the Eight of Wands there. Want to work on things, they say. But how do they want to work on things with you if I see they're working on things with someone else? That doesn't work quite well, does it? So you're coming out as the Queen of Cups. That is you for today. Whether you're a male or female Libra or air sign, it really doesn't matter. You're coming out as the Queen of Cups. They feel like you are the magician. Like whatever it is that you want, you don't suffer for a long time, long term. It comes to you. At least that's the way they feel. They feel like justice is always on your side, and that might be correct. Maybe not always on your side, but God always has a way of blessing you and protecting you. You, they feel, are not being the Queen of Cups entirely anymore, that your behavior is more like the Queen of Swords. And a Queen of Swords is very protective. They're going to allow you to speak. They're going to allow you to come near. But at the same time, they're going to watch and hear, listen to every single thing you have to say, because they want to get down to the truth. And yeah, this person feels like they're in an upward battle, an uphill battle, because they feel like you may not listen. And the reason you're not wanting to listen, perhaps, oh wow, they tried to cut me off there, is because that High Priestess is coming in to cover lies. And you know that. You know that. You know that they only want you for your energy, and your energy is that of the star. Excuse me. Drinking my tea here, and I hope you guys are having something refreshing to drink as well. You have, on the other hand, you have a King of Wands, Libra, that is trying to come in for you, and a King of Cups. Let's see if that's in love or finances. Finances. So you're being looked at right now. You see her beautiful robes, how nicely she's dressed. This is the card that we call the pre-Empress card, okay? The Nine of Coins. That means that you're doing well, that financially your money is brisk, it's moving, it's energetic, it's to and from, right? It's good. Add a question sticker. It says, try it. I'm reading my screen. You have the world. So someone is trying to get you up there, guys. Don't be too surprised if more finances on top of the finances I already see is not coming towards you. Because I feel like you are in a really good position in life right now in order to set yourself up financially. Here we see the King of Swords. You're thinking with a lot of logic, but people are also looking at you with a lot of logic. And the way that they're looking at you is they feel that you're somebody responsible. So at work, they feel like you're someone who takes responsibility serious. So again, look at that offer. It is for more finances, guys. Look at that. Financially secure. So maybe in the past you were not as financially secure, Libra. Maybe for whatever reason your finances were a little weak, or you were maybe not having as good a time financially speaking. And now all of a sudden a lot of the gates have been open for you so that you can receive more. You know, if you don't ask correctly, and I know that sounds crazy, but hear me out. If you don't ask correctly, God, Goddess, whatever you believe in, I believe in Godhead. It doesn't matter what you call him. He's still just one God. I believe that there is a storehouse of the universe where all your blessings are held until God feels like he can open those gates for you, those doors, unlock them, if you will. And that's because he knows that at this time, you're not going to be so open-handed that you give everything that they give you away. And they've been waiting until you had the energy of the hermit that first came out, that wisdom to know that the finances are for you, those blessings are for you, so that you can get whatever you want or need out of life. Because finances will be coming. There is someone that will be helping you financially. So don't worry about being set up for your future. So long as you're always trying to do the right thing, right? I tell people this. You cannot always do the right thing, guys. And the reason I say that is because we're not perfect. Nobody here on earth is perfect. But you can try your hardest and be happy. You will be happy. And I say that because you will be getting many blessings. As I'm talking, guys, my words are, they're trying to cut off my words. So that's why I'm drinking in front of you. I apologize for that. This tower is coming in. Let's see if it's a good tower or it's a not so good tower. It's a good tower, guys. I cannot believe this. The tower and the death card. This is going to be drastic change that's coming. Hi, Ricky. How are you doing? Perfect. That's a good way of looking at it, Ricky. They've got to work in some way for it. Okay, so there are really big changes coming your way. What is this in reference to? Wow, you're closing out a cycle. What did I say? Maybe in past times, you saw people down and out on their luck and you just handed them something. What is that saying? I love this saying. It's like, give a man food or fish, right? And he eats for a day. Teach the man to fish and he eats for the rest of his life. And that's the truth. You can help people, but don't be their crutch. Because when you give people stuff, you give it away, it doesn't really help them because they didn't see how their work earned what they have. And they don't tend to appreciate it, right? Be grateful to God for the things they have. Like your good health to go out and work. Knight of Swords, something is coming in quick. There is a cycle that is closing out quickly for you. Why? Because when those things finish, when they end, new things can come in. There are people that are not going to like, they're not going to like that you have a newfound sense of independence, or that people are looking at you and knowing that you can be dependent on. Look at this, the Empress. I'm telling you guys, this year, whatever you end with, and we know we're already in November, guys, we're already in November. So we only have 2 months left to make whatever we can of this ending of this year, so that whatever comes in 2026 is going to be beautiful for us, okay? Look at that. You get the Empress and the Two of Cups. I feel, okay, I feel that for some of you, you're going to get a raise. For some of you, you're going to get a better position at work or with another company. I feel like they are looking at your work, guys. So, what do I recommend? I recommend that whatever you're doing right, keep doing it. I recommend that if you see other people slacking off, you see other people wasting time, you see other people that I call seat warmers, they're there to get a paycheck, but not really to do anything, Renzo, hi. So don't be that way, because you are being looked at and you are being picked out from the crowd. So remember that. You might be very, very tired, guys. For some of you, your work is going to get or become more demanding. You might be tired, but tap into your Emperor energy. Tap into your Emperor energy. Yes, I hear the second message. Tap into your Emperor energy, because the Empress is fruitful, abundant, but beauty, sweetness, loving, motherly. Okay, that's what she represents. Everything that's abundance. But the Emperor is a no-nonsense type of, it's business first. It's business first. He knows how to lay down the hammer, as they say. So sometimes, especially in management, you got to play the good cop and the bad cop, right? You've got to balance that out. Sometimes you've got to be the Empress. You've got to be sweet and persuasive and caring. Is it Biraha? Biraha? I apologize if I murdered that. How are you doing? Weight Rider deck, my traditional. So you've got to know when to be the Emperor and when to be the Empress. It's a balancing act. But also I'm getting a second message. Someone is in the Nine of Wands because they've been trying to match your energy, guys, and they just can't. It takes a lot for someone to conquer all four kings or all four queens and then remain in that energy. You don't just become this overnight unless you go through a really strenuous hardship, to where it could be a death in the family or a near-death experience to you, or you've just been working on your enlightenment to the point to where you finally not only graduated, but you've accelerated, okay? Otherwise, it just doesn't happen that way. So for those that are at the Empress energy and are matching equally the Emperor energy, I congratulate you, because that is not an easy task. So someone coming in trying to match your energy and they didn't do the work yet, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. They're going to exhaust themselves because they think that they can match your energy. But the problem here is you have to be a strong and disciplined person in order to remain in that kind of energy. It's not just something that happens. And if you're the kind of person, and I'm not saying you as in Libra, I'm saying in general, if you as a person prefer the easy way out all the time, hi Michael King, or is it Michelle King? Hi Michelle King. If you prefer the easy way out all the time, it's not going to happen for you, because you have a long way to grow. I did say grow. All right, guys. So this person is trying to be strong because they see that you're changing. They see that you're growing, and they see that you financially are trying to get your own. Yeah, why not? It's about that time. But I don't think they're doing financially well at this time with this Nine of Swords. So they're in the Nine of Wands and the Nine of Swords energy. I don't wish anybody ill, even my enemies, because God always has a way. Karma is a bitch. Hi, how are you doing? I'm glad you're here, and I appreciate your time and your energy towards this channel. Thank you for your support. So they're wondering how it is you're doing this, Libra. You know, you must be doing something illegal, or you must be doing something underhanded. No, not at all. Is it Yayaki? How are you doing? You are always in constant meditation and peace and love, and you just want to have your own, and you don't care whether people, I mean, that sounds cruel, right? It sounds indifferent, but it's not. You don't even care if people have or don't have. The point is, that's not your business, right? So you stay out of people's business, but equally you want people to stay out of yours. You want to be free to obtain, to gain, to work, to meditate on your goals, your dreams. What do you want to come to fruition? What do you want to make out of thin air almost? Because we all know that what we think about is what grows. If we think negatively, that's what grows. If we think in a positive manner, that's what grows. So why not grow something beautiful, right? Oh, that's so cute. I am mother to many. At my age, I am a mother to many. So I don't mind being called mother at all. So your Ace of Wands, this is both for you and them. Okay, how is it for them? Because they want a new beginning with you, because they feel that if they're close to you, possibly some of those icky moments in their life are going to go away. It doesn't work that way because, again, you have to do the work. However, the Ace of Wands is for you because it's your time, Libra. It is your time, Libra. You are in a moment of your life, a season, if you will, of growth and fertility. Okay, there's nothing you can't think about in a positive way. I always tell people it has to help you and one other person at the very least. You can't just ask Spirit, which is God. You can't just ask the Holy Spirit for gifts or things, and it's only going to gratify you. So yes, the Seven of Cups is a beautiful thing. What do I want? You know, where do I put my energy? But don't always spend your finances, your money, before you even make it, okay? Because I used to live paycheck to paycheck. It is not a fun thing. It just is not. So nest eggs are fun because you can take and leave them alone or put them into something that's going to grow. I can't tell you to do stocks or to do lotto or go to a casino because that's not something in a positive way. But if you do, so be it. That's your choice. But what I'm talking about is putting it away and making life goals. One person I love to listen to, and I haven't in a while, but he taught me a lot, which is, what is his name? Ramsey. I think his name is Mike Ramsey. Dave Ramsey. And he does Every Dollar Counts. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that, but that is a good thing to always know where your money is going, and then whatever's left over, pay yourself. Put that in a separate account. At least that's what I'm hearing. So that's why I'm telling you. You are going to different places in your life that possibly you've never been before. The Six of Swords is a place that's more calm. You don't have to even roll at this point because the water is taking you where you need to go. It's kind of just leading you along. So know that you are in the right place at the right time currently. You have the Ace of Swords, and that is the truth. So whatever it is that you need to learn, whatever it is that you need to know, that is the truth. And I feel like some of you have spoken truths in some way, shape, or form to others, and that is leading you to a victory. So if you had to tell, let's say, a person that something was going on at work, it's going to be in your favor. If you had to tell someone at school, hey, you know, I'm not able to do this, that, or the other, I have other responsibilities. Can you cut me some slack? Give me more time, etc. It's going to happen. So just know that. Know that they don't want anybody in the workplace is going to be fighting, because that doesn't promote growth for everyone and unity. If it's a team spirit especially, it's not going to be a good thing. So here we have the Five of Cups. Somebody is not going to be happy. Matter of fact, they might be crying before the day is over. The things that you do in the past, what is that saying? Do things in the dark that you would do in the light, that you want people to see. Because what you do in the dark and think that nobody's ever going to catch up to that, or nobody's going to notice, or nobody's going to see it, that's not true. It will always come to the light. So something that happened in the past is coming to the light. There is a time frame here with this Hangman. But you are going to have a celebration. Look at you. Libra, beautiful things are coming your way, Libra. Somebody that tried to get away with something that belonged to you or that was strictly for you. I'm telling you, with the devil energy here, they're going to want to retaliate. So whether that's a love interest or someone at work that you just had to report because they were not doing the right thing, they're going to want to retaliate. So know that. But how do we respond to those people? We don't. Let that person be wrong. High heart, is it heart? High heart. That's beautiful. Let those people burn their own bridges. Let them burn their own bridges, especially if there are cameras, especially if there are witnesses, even if you want to respond because, you know, sometimes we want to defend ourselves, right? But think about who you're talking to. That person is nonsensical. They don't have any logic. They don't have good thoughts in their head. So if they were trying to set you up for failure, this is a good way that they're going to set you up for failure. So sometimes just looking at people dead in the face, closing your mouth, letting the fool speak. Sorry to put it that way, but letting the person speak and be foolish in front of everybody is probably the better thing to do, because then they cannot say, see, look, this is the way they talked to me. This is what they said to me. No, because you never opened your mouth. Okay? And again, especially if there's cameras, especially if there's people around, let the person show their true colors so that they can further get into trouble. Okay? All right. Where does the Libra's luck lie right now before we go further into the reading? Where does the Libra's luck lie, please and thank you? For this week, your luck lies, your luck lies in finances. Look at that. I told you the 10 of coins is for you. Be very, very careful with your finances. I told you, look, the Wheel of Fortune is coming out again. Something is changing for the positive for you. You gotta be kidding me. The Fool, I told you guys, first you got the Tower and the Death card, and now you get the Wheel of Fortune and the Fool. This is something that's God sent. This is something that's going to happen for you in the positive. It's meant to help you to escalate faster, to elevate faster. That's what I meant to say, to elevate faster, to where you're going to go where you want to be. You're going to get where you want to be faster. Maybe in the past, like I said, times were hard and you couldn't move forward, or your moving forward was really, really slow, like a snail, okay? But it's not going to be that way for long. Be very careful with your finances. Grow your finances. Be wise with your finances, okay? I'm not saying don't go buy yourself gifts here and there. Be very careful with how you spend your money. Make it grow and work for you long term. Anything else, Spirit, you'd like to tell us? I told you, those endings that are coming for that person, they're wanting a way back to you. They feel like you're the star. They're wanting, with that 3 of Cups, a way back to you. But they feel like for some reason things are stagnant, that they're stuck, that they can't seem to get towards you. They can't seem to come towards you. See the Travel card again, the 6 of Swords, 6 of coins here. They're trying to travel towards you, but they feel like they just can't. 2 of Swords, they're stuck. They're wanting to put away towards an ending of betrayal. And I feel like that betrayal was towards you, Libra. I'm sorry to say it like that, but I feel like they betrayed you in some way, shape, or form. This is the Knight of Cups. Through their indecision, they lost you. You know, it can't be both ways, guys. There would be no sense of gravity. Is it Emmanuel? How are you doing? How are you doing? Yeah, I guess you could say that if you want. These are what's called cartomancy. They look like playing cards. I feel like they couldn't make up their mind, and what I'm seeing is instead of the coins in the air, I'm seeing 2 balls. We live in a world where there's gravity. So gravity is always going to pull things back down, right? They're always going to pull things right back down. So the issue is that these 2 balls have stayed in motion. They've stayed up in the air. That's not possible. It's not earthly possible, right? So what I'm trying to say is, for them, the person on your mind has been wanting, oh, honey, if you don't know what cartomancy is, that's not my fault, dear. Get some education, okay? Get some education. So if you have something up in the air constantly, nothing changes. Nothing works out for you. You've got to understand that at one point or another, some point or another, you've got to make a decision. This person has not made a decision towards you. with that Two of Swords and the Two of Wands. They've never done that, okay? So here we have the Seven of Cups again. They live in a dream world. They're constantly thinking. They're thinking of their family and why they thought of their family over you. Well, this might be somebody that has a mother, a sister, a daughter, a cousin, a wife even, and they decided that you were not as important as their family, okay? You're just a friend. You're just a friend to them. You're just a friend. Deal with it is what I'm hearing. Fate. The fate is that the new start that they want with you, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Because I don't know about you guys, but I have my own friends. I don't need to have someone with benefits to say they're my friend. Because my friends are true friends. They're platonic, meaning they don't touch me, I don't touch them. I may hug them and give them a kiss on the cheek upon greeting them, right? Hi, how are you doing? You know, it's very, very much part of my family that we greet people like that. But as far as being a friend with benefits, no, no thank you. I don't know about you, but I have more self-respect for myself than that. So fate is what they believe, that it's going to start again. It's going to start again. We just need to, you know, build this up again. No, if anybody is smart enough to know, they're smart enough to have any common sense. I mean, they're going to know that, no, you don't need to step into a relationship like that. Relationships that don't have any growth potential. Why would you want to do that? That's self-sabotage, right? So they're not going to be happy. They're going to be in this mental breakdown type of energy with the Four of Swords. Why? Because they want you to do something for them. Hi, Alan. And that something isn't going to be done by you anymore. This Knight of Wands energy that they're always coming in with, their plans that they want to execute towards you. Every one of us knows that the Knight of Wands energy is a good time girl or a good time boy. They're just doing that. They're not here to start something that is concrete with you. But they do want that new start there with the Ace of Wands. And it's just not going to happen. Ten of Swords. It's just not going to happen. This is like, have you ever seen a bottle rocket, guys? For those that are American or are familiar with fireworks, and you try to light the bottle rocket, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. It just kind of fizzles and does nothing. And then if it does work, it takes off, right? And it gives you these beautiful colors in the sky. So the new beginning they want with you is not going to work. It's not going to work. It's not going to work out their way. They're going to tell you that what they want is marriage. They want to tell you that they want to be financially sound with you, or at least they feel that if they start something with you, they're going to get back onto their feet again. Okay? But what did I say in the beginning of this reading? All of these beautiful things that are coming in, guys, these things that are coming in, blessings from the heavens, those are for you. They're not for anybody else. If you want to share them, you need to do so responsibly, because if not, those doors will start closing on you again. So here we have the King of Wands telling you they want a new beginning in love with the Ace there of Cups. But here we are again, back to the two coins, guys. This person is not, they're not sure of what they're doing. Here's the Infinity here. We want to start, and we want something to stay. Okay? So we have a proposal there. But they've got to release something first. Look at that. I told you, they're in that Nine of Swords energy. They need to release, again with the stuck energy. But, you know, they're going to be upset, and they're going to want to be argumentative towards you. They're going to want to be argumentative towards you. The Queen of Swords. How Libra is that, right? Just because you want to be happy. You want to turn that heaviness that the Ten of Wands brings in, and you're turning it into something positive, which is the Queen of Coins energy for yourself. And what you're looking for a soulmate. You're looking for a true love. You're not looking for a good time girl or boy. That's for the birds. You want to know that this bond will be unbreakable if a pretty face, you know what I mean, or a handsome face comes their way. So there's a hangman there. You're in wait, and you can wait. This is what you're telling Spirit. I can wait. I don't want somebody sneaky in the Seven of Swords who may have financial issues and is not telling me truths. My career is what's important to me right now. You have a tragedy because you're going through a divorce that you won't talk about. That's your issues. Those are your issues. Like I always call them Helga or Ramon, which are our karmics of this channel. Okay. King of Coins is coming in here. There's a pause before you do something. So I feel like there's something coming for you, Libra, and you're going to give a great thought before you actually move forward on this. But I do feel, because I'm extremely warm right now, and it's funny because I just came out from the cold, so I shouldn't be feeling all kinds of warmth that my face is feeling and my arms are feeling. Like I could perspire right now. I feel like I'm in a sauna and it's cold outside. So I feel like you're going to give things a thought, and you're going to feel kind of anxious about this new role or this new way of life that's coming for you. I told you, look at that. The King of Coins and the King of Cups will be approaching you. You will take pause. King of Swords, guys. So you're going to be surrounded by people that want to help you to get somewhere. You're going to be extremely happy with the Ten of Cups. Extremely happy. And it is in reference to money. Seven of Coins is growth. What did you reap in this harvest? What will you reap? And you are very well liked as the Queen of Cups. That's what you came out as in the Weight Rider deck. That's who represented you today. And the Ace of Swords. You have a brand new beginning, Libra. Take it and run. You know, if you've got to terminate every single person that is coming towards you from the past that didn't work out before, you may not want to take another chance on these people, because you see your security, your wealth is growing. You don't have any more problems. This person is coming in as a very immature person. That Knight of Swords is somebody that comes in and out of your life very quickly. And they may already have a wife or a husband. They may already have a wife or a husband. Be very careful. They may also have children. This Fortitude, this Strength card is here to give you strength and valor. It's not for them. Queen of Wands may have hurt feelings. This, I feel, is connected to finances. It may be at work if it's not somebody you know personally. Be very careful with that person, because they are slick and they will try to get you in trouble. So what did I say? If you're having conversations and they're not so pleasant, I would let them talk and let other people just listen, because in the end, your reaction to their shenanigans, their stupidities, is going to speak volumes. So I would not fight back. I would not fight back. I would just listen and just quietly just stare at them. I'm sorry. Sometimes psychological warfare is a lot stronger than sitting there arguing with words to a person that's not going to be able to comprehend anyway. So be very careful with someone trying to egg you on into a fight, and then you're the one that looks like you were fighting. Be very, very careful with that, Libra. This is the Archangel Power Tarot, and I will end with this, okay? Spirit, can you please give us one card of either advice or blessings that you'd like to give to my beautiful Libras, my handsome Libras? Let's go, guys. Let's go. Ooh. Again, this week calls for you trying to do one thing at a time. If you have to tell people, can I please think about it for a day, then do that. Or can you give me an hour to just to mull it over and to give you a response, your answer, then do that, okay? Don't make decisions hurried. Don't allow people to force you into decisions in a hurried way. You got two cards, don't ask me why. The Three of Gabriel showing a ship again. So I feel like you are on a journey, either physically, emotionally, or spiritually. You will be going on a journey. Prosperity arising from wise planning. Time to take the next step. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected. Look at that. See that? I don't know if you guys can read that because it's not as clear as I'd like for it to be. And your last card, 10 of Raphael. Love and blessings fill your life. Harmonious relationships with family members happily ever after. I told you. The people that matter will come into your life and will understand that they can't force you to do things, and that if they want love from you, that it is to be reciprocated. It's a back and a forth. Maybe not on the same day, right? We don't all feel all hunky-dory or loving all the time. Sometimes I'm in a cranky mood, guys. I'm having a human experience like everyone else. But for the most part, being loving, being kind, being sincere, not telling people what they want to hear simply for you to get in their pants or to get them into bed or get them to do something that you want them to do for you, right? Being sincere all the time, even if you're in a grumpy mood, being sincere. I'd rather have somebody tell me, hey, I'm not in too good of a mood, or I don't feel like talking right now, than to come at you like words that cut like knives, right? Like daggers for tongue. So just know you should not make decisions based on what other people want from you, what feels good to you, and what's going to benefit you in the long run. And again, anytime that God brings us blessings, sends us blessings from the storehouse of the universe, those are blessings that have been stored there for you that maybe you've been asking for a while, but they didn't come out. And sometimes they don't come towards you yet because God knows that you give with open hands and you leave yourself with nothing. So make sure that you're a good steward of your finances, of your blessings that God is about to bring to you. Don't share them with someone you cannot trust to share things with you. Love you guys. Thank you so much for viewing me today. Again, I apologize, but as far as the weekdays are concerned, the times that I am on are probably going to be approximately 11:30, 10 in the morning-ish. And that's because my times have changed at my regular job. And so the weekends will stay the same. Don't worry about that. We post on Sunday, every Sunday, except this last Sunday because I had to recuperate from changing shifts. Love you. Thanks again for the likes. Thank you so much for the subs. I want you as my YouTube family. Thank you again for sharing your time with me. Have a blessed day. This reading is good until Friday. Much love and light to you. Till we see each other again. Bye.